Hello, friends. This is another episode of the program Empire of Lies, in which we discuss manipulation and disinformation in the Russian media. Europe's watchdog, how Solovyov is turning Ukraine into an enemy of the continent. Vladimir Solovyov's latest broadcast is not just a stream of aggressive rhetoric, but a coherent, almost mythological construct. Ukraine is portrayed not as a victim of an invasion, but as the main threat to Europe. A chained terrorist cultivated by the West and ready to bite its masters at any moment. In this construction, Russia is not the aggressor, but the victim. Europe is the naive trainer, and Ukraine is a monster created and released from its cage. This setup isn't just a propaganda exercise, it's an ideological mobilization against the very idea of European solidarity. Solovyov's entire speech is built around the thesis: you Europeans have created this threat yourselves, and now it will come for you. 1. Ukraine as Europe's new internal enemy. Solovyev begins with figures. 24,500 casualties, 7,500 civilian deaths, allegedly from Ukrainian strikes. These figures are unsubstantiated, but serve not to inform, but to emotionally anchor. Ukraine is presented as a country whose goal is to blow up Russia from within. Then the rhetoric shifts dramatically. Now Ukraine threatens not only Russia, but all of Europe. If the Ukrainians can blow up Nord Stream, then they can also kill the Prime Minister, says Solovyov. This is how propaganda reverses cause and effect. From Russian strikes on civilian targets, it instantly moves on to imaginary Ukrainian terrorist attacks in Europe. In this myth, Ukraine is transformed into an instrument of chaos, and Europe into a foolish teacher who has lost control of its own pupil. I heard Mr. Sikorsky threaten that the safety of President Putin's plane would not be guaranteed if it were diverted to Budapest, as Trump himself had suggested. That is, Poland, through an official court, officially issued a ruling justifying the terrorist attack on the Nord Stream's pipeline, and now the Minister of Foreign Affairs is saying that if a Polish court demands it, we will impede the free passage of the Russian leader's plane. These are very telling cases. So the question is, why are they trying to blame Russia for this? But if Ukrainians were granted leniency to commit terrorist attacks, and at these oil refineries, it must be understood, there is Russian involvement,